Hey, what's going on? This is Justin here, back with another pickups video, and today we are talking about steelbooks. Now, over the last couple of months, I have been collecting steelbooks. I've been finding some really good deals, and I've been wanting to shoot this video, but I just kept adding to the pile. I do believe I have one more pre-ordered steelbook coming in, which is for Late Night with the Devil. But I have a collection here, and if you look behind me, these two shelves are all steelbooks. So I'll be filling in that space right there. We're gonna start with some recent releases, and then we'll go all the way down to some of the things that I pre-ordered months ago. Starting with two of the Bloody Disgusting Walmart exclusive steelbooks. I got You're Next and Sinister. Now these look wonderful. I love the orange on this. I love the red in this. Sinister is a movie I remember seeing and being absolutely terrified by. I think I saw it in theaters and I haven't seen it since. But this is a Scott Derrickson film. He directed Black Phone, which also stars Ethan Hawke. And he also did Doctor Strange. This one I watched right away because I've been wanting to own You're Next for a long time. And I could never find it anywhere used. So when I heard that Bloody Disgusting was putting out this Walmart exclusive steelbook, it's a Blu-ray copy, I had to pick it up. This is a really good like home invasion slasher that's sort of got a dark humor to it. And this is by Adam Wingard. He's now famous for the Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla Kong, the New Empire movies. And then he also made one of my favorite movies, which is The Guest. Second Sight put out a really gnarly 4K edition of this, but I didn't want to cough up the dough for that. I think it would have been a good companion piece for my copy of The Guest up there, which is also by Second Sight, but I went with the steelbook copy. The next batch is a bunch of pre-orders that I got in. Excited to talk about them, so here we go. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Here's the cover. I like that cover. It's really cool. Here's the back. I really enjoyed this movie. It felt like an episode of the cartoon series, The Real Ghostbusters, which I really dug. I don't think it did the business that the studios wanted it to, so that's unfortunate, but I really enjoyed it. I like the artwork on here. And then another thing is when I started collecting all these steelbooks, I found these plastic sleeves to help protect the physical media, the steelbooks. And it allowed me to keep all the J cards too, the backings, which I wish I discovered those earlier, because then I would have put all my steelbooks in these things and I would have saved all the backings. I like taking care of my physical media, so it's nice to have these little plastic protectors. The next one we have here is The Fall Guy, a David Leitch movie starring Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling. It was a really fun action comedy, probably the most expensive romantic comedy ever made. But it's also a nice tribute to stunt people and the stunt work that they do. I don't think it did the business the studio wanted it to, which is unfortunate because it was a really good movie and I enjoyed it. It also has an extended cut, which I started to watch, and I don't think you need to. I think the theatrical cut is just fine. I have Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, written and directed by George Miller. Nico Lathoris also wrote this. This is the prequel to Mad Max Fury Road, which I don't know where it sits in the canon of the Mad Max saga. It was very nice to revisit the Wasteland again. It's not as good as Fury Road, but it had really great performances, really good action. I don't think the studio was happy with the box office. Are you seeing a recurring theme here with these summer movie releases? But yeah, it didn't do quite the box office that the studio wanted it to. And that's unfortunate because I really like the movie. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, yes. This continues the Caesar era of movies. So we had those first three Caesar trilogy with Andy Serkis. And this one is supposed to kick off another series of movies, and this was the first one. I really enjoyed this movie. I actually think it did really good at the box office. Kevin Durand plays the bad guy, Proxima Caesar. He's really good in it, and the visuals are great. Good storytelling. I enjoy these Apes movies, and there's a lot of nods to the Caesar trilogy as well as some of the other Planet of the Apes movies. This is a wild franchise. Like, if you think about all of the Planet of the Apes movies, they're all different and unique and kind of weird. Even that Tim Burton one. And then next, I have some more Walmart exclusives that I didn't think I would find because I did not get them upon initial release. When I was looking into filling the dump bin, I stumbled upon these and I picked up Kickboxer, which is a JCVD movie. Jean-Claude Van Damme is one of my favorite action heroes. I think it's cool that some of his movies are getting re-releases, and this one is, this one's really good. I mean, it's one of those Van Damme movies where he's fighting in a tournament. That's like a third of his filmography. But yeah, I got Kickboxer. And then the other one, I didn't think I'd ever see this one because the artwork is freaking gnarly, but it's The Marvels. Look at that. That's so good. I love this piece. And I like the movie too. A lot of people hate it. I thought it was fine. It has the best end credit sequence of any Marvel movie in this last phase. It's like a buddy action trio. I enjoyed where they went with it, and I really like this artwork. But you know, haters are gonna hate. They hate us because they ain't us. And then speaking of Captain Marvel, I found these at a disc replay. These were used. It's the original Captain Marvel, which was in really great condition. And then this gnarly Venom. I think this is the original too, not the reprint. I have the second one as a steelbook, and I most likely will want to pick up the Last Dance as a steelbook, so I'll have the Venom trilogy all in steelbook format, which is cool. I was thinking about this, and I think Venom is my favorite character to draw, just because he could do so much weird stuff with all of this going on, you know? Adding to my Nicolas Cage movie steelbooks, I have several actually. I have Sympathy for the Devil, I have Prisoners of the Wasteland. So adding to that, I have two of his very best here. Mandy, which is like a head trip of a movie, and Color Out of Space, which is another gnarly H.P. Lovecraft body horror film. They're both really good. Two of his better movies in some of his later years in his filmographies. I want to get the Willy's Wonderland steelbook, but the artwork is god-awful. I'd rather get it super cheap. These were very, very cheap, and I was lucky to find them. During my dump bin hunt, I stumbled upon this, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, $5.99 from Big Lots. This is a Blu-ray steelbook. This is probably my favorite Mission Impossible film because it is directed by the great Brad Bird of Incredibles and the Iron Giant fame. $5.99, can't beat it. And then lastly, this is sort of the pre-order that kicked everything off, and I just ended up like buying all these steel books. Shout Factory had I think it was like a 50% off sale on these, but it's the 4K releases of Coraline, Kubo and the Two Strings, The Box Trolls, and Paranorman. Like, these are gorgeous. The artwork on these are gorgeous. And they were super cheap during their sale. And I had to pick them up. The only thing is they don't have the other movie, which I believe is The Missing Link. The only one I haven't seen is The Box Trolls. There you go. Stop motion at its finest. That is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. What was some of the favorite picks that I showed? Leave your comments down below. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching the channel. Come back for art videos, movie videos, all kinds of fun stuff. And we'll see you on the next.